What's up? What's up, y'all? I'm back with another one. The Underrated Afternoon Talk, number 14. Ladies and gents, join the panel. The link is in the chat. Let's get it in. Let's get it in. Let's get it in. I just hit y'all a few hours ago with the underrated men's breakfast fellowship live. Then I was thinking about why not hit y'all with another underrated afternoon talk number 14. Let me hit this intro. Be back.
Welcome to my channel, the underrated darkness, yours truly, the underrated one, the number one grinder, the best kept secret in YouTube.
I'm back. Welcome. Yeah, we're gonna get this going. Again, welcome to the underrated afternoon talk number 14. All right, so we're gonna have ladies and gents to get on the panel so we can talk. The link is in the chat. So let's get it on. Let's get it on. Let's get it on. Let me read this out first. Just remember us as the righteous ones. We are still winners. That's the real. We are still winners. Remember that. All right. So let's think on that. Yeah. So we're gonna wait for some more people to come through. Let me hold on. I'll be right back. What's going on, brother Sheed? How you doing? The link is in the chat. Come on up. Ladies and gents, come on up. Yeah. Shout out to brother C. Shout out to brother Sheed in the building. Yeah, shout out to brother Sheed in the building. Yeah, we gonna get this right, y'all. We gonna get this right. Talk about some things. Yeah, but shout out to everybody and your families. Hope everybody's doing well today. Hope everybody is doing well. Okay. Um. Yeah. Let me say some more. I know in the Virginia right now, this be I think it's about 40, 40, 49. It's kind of nice out there. I know that was about like maybe 2 hours ago, so it should be dipping, little now and everything. But yeah, um, we had a pretty good conversation this morning. It was brother CER, um, brother brother Cap PY2, and brother Cool Chin. We had a pretty good conversation building as men. You know, brother CER, man. He did. Yeah, he was very happy last month and everything. Can't tell you what it is. You just got to go back to the live this morning and find out for yourself. But that's good for him. That's good. I'm happy for him. So shout out to brother CER Senior. I shout out to him, and then shout out to brother Cat PY2, and shout out to brother Coogins, and even the women that support the men's platform. I was keep on. Thank y'all so much to keep on supporting it. Very much appreciate it. And so we waiting for some people come through. Though, so yeah, brother, she had been talking about life insurance and their money. So we need to pay attention to that. Mm. And also, we got to talk about health and family. And shout out to Brother Ebo Sosa. Shout out to She Stay Sleep TV. Uh, Came back as usual, fire on live stream. Very much appreciated. Um, but I would say this: us as men in 2022 this year, we should be empowered more than ever to better ourselves, especially and make sure our family is okay, and trying to salvage the relationships between us as men. Just trying to work together. Not with the ones that you're familiar of, but reach out and branch out. Reach and branch out. You know? I was check watching on the internet. It was like it was two kids was fighting, and you see grown ups like taking pictures. Yeah. When that's gonna stop? When that's gonna stop? Then still the gender war. Or somebody would say like, yeah, I wanted to, I wanted to be accountable. But still got the same people want to push it. Hmm. Yeah. And then brother BMT lately be having some great live streams. I need to check that out. And a few others. Brother Duke, fourth quarter talk. That's his channel. Need to check him out. Brother Sheet We Here. Brother Go Professor. Sister Bonnie Rose need to check out. Bayou Bunny need to check out. Lady Love need to check out. She's under the weather, so I want you to go check on her. Sending y'all regards to wish her the safety, a speedy recovery. 12 hours. Shout out to 12 hours. Go check them out. Hold on 1 second, please. I'm back, fam. I'm back. Yeah. Want to know when we gonna get together? Like that song back in the 70s. Let's get it, get together. Let's get together. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. When are we going to get it together? Wow, when are we going to get it together? You know? Yeah, so like I said, we're waiting for some more people to come in to have the conversation to men and women. Talk about anything you want, long as respectable. And definitely got to talk more about kids. Because our kids out here, majority don't have no direction. And so I want to talk about that too. So yeah, it's crazy. It really is how our kids acted. No doubt. Yeah, we gotta talk with the kids, man. Also, we gotta talk about caring for our old people, family members in our community too. Also, talk about the ones on disability too, young and old. And yeah, so Ebo, okay. Shout out to Ebo Sosa. Again, this is the afternoon, the underrated afternoon talk number 14. The link is in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Could come on the panel. Let's talk. And watch out. Me and Evo Sosa, we're gonna do something. We did something last week. We're gonna do something again very soon. So watch out for that. Watch out for that. Yeah, watch out for that. You know, I'm just saying. We got to get it together, y'all. We got to get it together. Because if don't, we're gonna make our own selves extinct. Our families extinct, friends extinct, you name it. And the system gonna be really laughing at us. We don't get it together. So we gotta make things happen. We gotta make things happen. Start off for 2022. Just cannot think that things gonna fall in our lap. That's what some of y'all in the spaces like say can say what y'all want. But y'all just talk. You figure y'all talk to the masses, you just talk to the few. Y'all don't want to simplify the message so it can reach to the rest. That's a person that's showing me a person is about communication. Y'all think y'all know how to communicate, but y'all don't. Sometimes they just want to pick out certain current events and just talk about it. Nah, talk about life. Period. Talk about talk about how God had blessed you to wake you up in the morning, open your eyes, at least put some in your stomach, at least to function. We need to talk more of that. The older you get, the more disciplined you have to be, especially your body's changing. Let's talk about that. Man, let's talk about, you know, keep our body straight, and have sex with that right person. Nothing wrong with that. Women too. I don't need no men. I don't need no women. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, that person don't have this. Oh, that person don't have that. Please. That person holding it down, and he or she stand up for righteousness. That's what you should roll with. You know? Just understand that wherever you go to, it can happen to you. It can happen to you. And how you gonna deal with that? I got a nice car. I wear this. when I was coming up, I remember our family, we used to play board games and we used to have fun, you know? And I remember this is when I was very young. I remember Pop used to get some stuff, cook up some stuff, and we used to have fun, you know. We used to bug out, have fun in the house, you know what I mean? But you ask right now, they don't even want to do that. But it brings the family together, and then also communicating would be impact. So we got video games right now that couples could play with. We don't even want to do that. But we want to travel though. The way how the pandemic is, we want to travel. And again, I'm not saying nothing wrong traveling. No, no, no. But I think this is a great time us as a people, and throughout humanity, that we could work on our communication and work on to deal with each other in the house. I think this is a great time. And also show our kids this is the thing to do too. You know, sometimes I got an old PlayStation 3 and I play this sometimes, to keep my mind occupied, think about some things, strategize certain things I'm gonna do later on or throughout the week or something. I read stuff. Yep. I remember when we got older, me and my late second oldest brother and my older brother, man, we met up with each other, we hung out. He said, "Hey, let's go see mom. Let's go see mommy." Yes, my late mother. Yeah, we called up. She said, "Oh, 'cause she was so happy." And I remember my older brother and my late second oldest brother, they got the food and stuff. I got the sodas and stuff. So I had I had to get them. You got to buy something for me, so to take home. And I remember we bought the food and it brightened up my mom's. It brightened up my second old sister. And I remember we played trouble all night. Get out of here, stuff like that. And I remember we was up for hours. So we ended up went our own way, me and my brothers. My brother. So my older brother, he said, "Yo, you want to do it again?" And never forget my late second older brother. He had a date. He said, "Yeah, I could do it, but I'm going on a date, man." Kind of find it didn't work out. So I was at my apartment at the time in Queens. So they came and got me, and we did it again, man. It was fun. We did it all. Matter of fact, we did it like three weekends straight. You know, you know, you know, you know. It was so fun. We had, oh my goodness, man. And I remember my cousins found out they came over and my mom was so happy. My late mother was so happy. Mm. Yeah, I know people saying that them days are gone, but I, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I really don't. I think we could bring them things. I think we could bring those back if we want to. Yeah, but I remember. I remember families to play cards. It was very competitive. Yep. I remember that my father used to take us to White Castle, and this place named Weston's. I know people don't remember Weston's. Weston's was out throughout the East. The franchise that's back in the '60s and the '70s. And we used to get burgers, milkshakes, and all that. Back then, shoot, you had like $10. You had like 2 bags full of burgers. You know, White Castle, soda, and shake. Yeah. Again, welcome to my channel, my secondary channel, the number one grinder, real talk. This is yours truly, the number one grinder. One of the best kept secrets on YouTube, the best of the business. You know, this is the underrated afternoon talk number 14. Waiting for some people to come through so we could talk. Oh, got one right here. Brother
What's
Shea,
going on?
I'm good. What's going on with you, bro?
Not much, man. With craziness with this job and stuff, man. And then my Bluetooth not working while I be driving. So I gotta
Mm-hmm.
wait till I actually, get somewhere or get out my phone,
Mm-hmm.
get out the truck and use my cord headphones, man.
Well, okay.
Yeah, man. So what's going on with you?
Not much, man. Still grinding, man. Trying to get some conversations going between the man and women. Ebo said, "What's up, Sheed?" Ebo Sosa.
Ebo the Magnificent.
Yeah,
Go
yeah, man.
Professor called me Ebo. Hey Ebo. I know Go Professor ain't messaged you in a long time, man. Don't be grinding so hard that you forget about that gas tank, man. Go on look up there right now since I said something.
Yeah, that's right, man. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, man. You know,
man.
that's like I say, man, I be trying to step away from the norm over here in the space, man. I'm trying to, build my channel up and
Yeah,
talking about, you know, the life insurance and getting guys, to
yeah.
the point where they getting things straight, man.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes down to it, you know, like you always say, we all we got, you know.
So we all we got, man. We all we got. Yeah. I'm still gonna keep on pushing. I got them. Just watch out for me because I got some big stuff coming up, boxing and even MMA. It's gonna take its time. We're on the right track. I will bring back the mukbang. I know you asked for the mukbang. The mukbang will be back soon. I don't know when, but it'll be back soon, so people could participate in that. Mo, I'm just trying to stack, just trying to do things a little different this year. Trying to get things off the ground. That's it. Trying to push more. I mean, I've been pushing for the family anyway. I've been doing that, but talk more about the family. It's very important. And stay away from the nonsense, the negativity, the toxicness.
Yeah, because it's all out there, man. That's why I say with a lot of these channels, man, it just built like that. That's the main source of the channel is the fighting.
Yeah.
If you don't have that on the channel, man, you're not really doing nothing in most of these people chats and stuff. And I'm like, man, you got to get past this. That's why I keep telling the men to build themselves up. Because my thing is this, as younger men and the older men come into play, man, they got to start thinking about themselves, all the stuff that they need to do, to put themselves in a better light, man. And that's make more money. You know?
Hmm. Yeah.
Tell one of the guys left the lights.
Yeah, that is important. That's very important. Yeah. Now I'm gonna talk more about that too, about health insurance, how it goes hand in hand with life insurance. And I do want to talk more about that too, especially us as men. That's what I'm saying. Men, they support. You tell me, as I tell men all the time, you'll support what I do. You know what I mean? Because it's the benefit for all of us. You know, especially us as men. So if I
Yeah, I
put
mean,
that, yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
no, I was gonna say, when it come down to it with the life insurance, man, I always say big up to Alonzo, man, because with him doing his thing, coming in this space, and I noticed all the things that he was bringing in, as far as with the life insurance, getting more people focused on, getting a life plan together. Because I always say that, man, and I've been saying that for the longest. I was like, it's a shock to the system, man. If you don't have no life insurance and
Yeah.
something happens to you,
Hmm.
man, like it's like, what are your kids gonna do? How you gonna cope? You
Hmm.
know, how you gonna how is your significant other gonna survive? Like I tell my wife, if something happened to me, the life insurance is supposed to it's not gonna really cover like me being there, but it's gonna be like an extension almost to if my kids want to stay in the neighborhood, they can stay there and stay around their friends. They won't have to move. My wife won't have to get an apartment because lo and behold, no matter where you stay, depending like when me and my wife, we made that decision when we got this house to, go off of one income for the most part, to where if anything happens, we can sustain living easy, without a problem. You know, um, my daughter just bought a house. She bought a house. Her house is damn near twice as much as our house, but same thing is twice as much as the how much her house costs. It's twice as much the mortgage.
Hmm.
And like I told my wife, I was like, my daughter's single. I'm like, if it comes on hard times, she's gonna have to end up selling that house. You grow your buying and choices should grow with you. If I'm gonna buy a house, I'm not buying the biggest, best, nicest house on the first go round. It's gonna take time. That's the process. See, a lot of people want this, instant gratification, as BJS always talks about, to the point where they want their stuff right now, and it's an issue. Oh, oh.
All right, all right. Hey, anybody that wants to get on the panel, man up, Ladies and gents, the link is in the chat. Anybody that's want to get on the panel, ladies and gents, this is the underrated afternoon talk number 14. Ladies and gents, get on the panel. You don't want to. So what else you having? What's going on, brother Sheik?
For the most part, none, man. Just working and taking care of the kids, man. Making sure everybody's good. You know, like for the most part, not really, no problems, man. Doing pretty good for myself.
Mhm.
Trying to watch my weight, man. I'm cutting weight.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. I lost 21 pounds already. It's a
Congrats.
up and down process, but 21 pounds, yeah, man. Yeah, just the main thing is watching the weight, trying to keep it off, and then trying to, make sure I get,
That's it.
the kids taken care of, get all the stuff that they need done, get all the stuff I need done for myself, as far as, my health, making sure certain things or goals I got in mind to, get done, get all that stuff done, because everybody has their whole New Year's resolution. But when it comes down to it with the New Year's resolution, it's like Go Professor talks about that discipline and making that sacrifice, man. How many people making a sacrifice and stuff for, the stuff they need done?
Yeah.
That's the biggest, making that sacrifice, man. Getting that stuff done for the new year.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you
Oh
check
no, you
out
good? Yeah.
have you checked out any games lately?
No, not for the most part. No, um, not too much sports, man. I've been running around. Caught a little bit of that. What game was that? Uh, I think it was Steelers play. I know New England played the other day. I didn't even get a chance to watch that. Like I say, I ain't been too big into sports as far as the football since I ain't been playing as much and got into my.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've been checking it out too. I've been checking it out. That's pretty good games too. But at the
You
same
said what now?
time, I said I've been checking out sports lately. Sports lately. I've been checking out some games.
Yeah. Man, it's time to talk to your nieces, man.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
To tell the truth, been a while. Yeah.
One of them you had y'all wasn't too much on talking terms, and the other one, she reached out to you a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. It's been a while. It's been a while. I've been praying. Been praying. Hopefully, I'll talk to one day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Just like I said, I've been grinding. What you eating? She you eating something? Man?
No, I ain't eating that. I'm moving around.
Oh, okay.
Actually, throwing some rims in the back of my truck. That squeaking is the tires hitting on the tail end of my truck. Yeah, man. Work
Yes.
after work. Yeah, can you hear me now? Hello? Oh, yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm, front back. Yeah. See these rims? Yeah, I was snatching these rims out my truck at my job. We got them from one of my friends. All right. Yeah, so I was picking up these rims,
Mhm.
put them in the back of my truck, my job truck.
Oh.
Take them to the house, man.
Mm. That's what's up. That's what's up.
Just realized
Yeah,
I need a new tire in the front.
I
Like
yeah.
it, like it, let me let air.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. When it come down to it, man, a lot of people they have these, back and forths, but I always try to tell them, man, family is what we got, man. We gotta watch out for family. Take care of family. The older generation always talked about that. These younger kids, man, they're motivated on a lot of self issues, man. Like me and brother older older Williams Jr. We was talking this morning about that, man. That loyalty versus love. And like I was telling him, man, from that frame of mind, you gotta look at it when it comes down to the love and the loyalty. It's a part of family. You got to have that structure with the family. Hold on, today is Tuesday. Today Wednesday, so I'm missing a paper. Yeah, I ain't go to work on Monday. Yeah, hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Good. You good.
Okay. Yeah, I thought because I told you, man, with this Bluetooth and stuff, man, with this new thing, can't really use your Bluetooth. Let me do this paperwork tomorrow. So can't really use your Bluetooth, so you got to work with what you got. Yeah, man. For the most part, man, we got to get back to teaching our kids, like he was talking about, teaching kids about love. I'm like, it's hard, man, because you know you got your parents, you got grandma and all them. They've been torn by love. So if they're emotionless, what do you think the kids gonna be? You know, the kids gonna have that instant reflection from the parents. So if the dad's heartless, you don't think that son's gonna be heartless? You don't think that daughter's gonna be heartless? We're teaching this to our kids, but it's out of mechanism for defense. You know, watch how people treat you. Watch how they do you. You know, just like I was hearing you
Yeah.
talking about how you was with your brothers, man, and having that fun. I actually did that one weekend. Me and my son sat down and played Monopoly. One of them literally had ants in his pants, man. He couldn't stay still for anything. This dude was jumping around the whole time. You know,
Mm.
jumping, 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 jumping.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. He didn't want to play the game, man. All he wanted to do was, go kick around, get on his laptop. You know these kids, man, with their phones now. Well, you can't tell them nothing when they get on the phones, man. So for the most part, I had him in there playing Monopoly with me. Actually, pretty good, man. He was whooping our tail, man. Normally we play this. Everybody play this. When you do with Monopoly, once you get all the property sold, that's when you start trading and stuff.
Mm.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
I missed those days. And like I was saying before, I don't know, you heard me that we should ain't nothing wrong to get back into it. You know what I mean? It's nothing wrong with that. We should. And then it's all about strategy too. Teach our kids how to use their minds. Use their own minds, strategize and stuff. And you can have fun. You know, energize ourselves. You know what I mean? And I just feel that, brother She, that we missing out time over some nonsense. You know what I mean?
yeah.
We are. We missing out some time. You know.
Nobody's reflecting no more, man. We don't have the elders there because nobody respects the elders no more. Nobody
You know.
respects the OGs.
Mm,
That's who was actually pushing the environment for us to stay together and get along.
mm-hmm.
If we didn't have those codes and certain thing enforcing us to, stay with each other, man, we would have been a lost cause, man. We would have been a lost cause.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's like, and then you got some elders out here. We got to call it. They want to be around selecting ones instead of that. And when we was coming up, the elders and OGs deals with everybody.
You say you
And
say what now?
I remember back in the days when I can say when I was coming up, we know the elders was dealing with everybody and the OGs. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no specific group and everything. And it seems like in this space, they want to be with certain ones and everything instead of like just branch out.
Man, my my aunt, I was talking to my aunt yesterday morning, and she was telling me how my grandma basically, and actually this is not my real aunt, this is my play aunt, but
Hmm.
family nevertheless. So she fooled around, had a daughter, old age, and I think she was like in her mid 40s when
Hmm.
she had my little cousin. And
Hmm.
so fooled around, and my her son, he was about what say about 4 going on to 5 or something like that. Cause she no, let's see, cause he's 25 now. She's 18. So yeah, it was probably around about 8 or so, when she had to go do certain things at her job and it was a holiday or something, she drop him off over there. And, my grandma take care of him. She's like, all you need to do is bring Pampers, because I don't buy Pampers, but and stuff like that. And I teach, because the little girl, she said, I teach her how to go to the bathroom, and we'll play games, let them watch TV, and I already got food in the house to feed them. And so she was like, man, your grandma every time. It wasn't nothing. Nowadays, the grandma, man, don't you be bringing that baby over here. I need money. You need to pay me to be a grandma. I'm like, when was that a service call? Back in the day, the grandmas used to fight over the grandkids. Now you got to pay them to watch them. You got to pay them. I'm like, when did this become a thing? You know, in certain families, you got it like that to where you got to literally pay them to watch the grandkids. And it's sad, man. The family structure is breaking down because nobody really knows that meaning of family no more. Because, like I say, it's all about self, man. And even with that, to the degree, it's like we can't work together because anytime we work together, You don't want to see nobody having more than you. That's very heavy in this space, man. If you do anything better than somebody else, they gonna hate. You got more likes than me. You got more views than me. You know, it's so many times I go on people channel and like one lady I just started going on her panel. Believe her name is Panama City something, and she literally was telling people in the chat, don't beg for people to come to your panel. Just drop your link, and if they appreciate you, they're gonna come check you out. And if they join your channel and join your panel, then so be it. You know, and I was like, wow, because I got it from the Lady Georgia girl. You know, I see her on panels a lot, and I was like, oh, so she's from Georgia. You know, I started talking to her and everything. She's pretty cool lady. Got in talking with her, but just in general, dealing with another guy I met on her panel. That's like who was it? OJ, Otho Jr. I told him I met him from your panel. And he's like, oh, for real? You mean underrated? I said, yeah, JT man, I be over there on his panel. That's how I started following you. I say every time JT on, you come on, you know, I see you over there, and I start saying, man, let me check this brother out, you know, holler at him. That's how looking at his channel. That's why I say, man, it's a lot. If it wasn't for you, man, I would have never met the great McLean of the Highlander of McLean's, you know,
Yeah.
combat sport man, Bruce.
Mm-hmm.
Bruce, in the words of Gold Professor, Bruce goes hard. You know, I would have never met Bruce, man. All those guys in the boxing, man. All
Mm-hmm.
those guys in the sport. You know, and from there it branched off and built more relations with other channels. Like I said, man, it's nice to go over there, hear the legends and talking about sports, man. You reminisce and start having that feeling of you being there, man, and you know, having that understanding. Like, you know, like I say, back in the day, we used to just sit down and listen to old people talk, man. They used to
Yeah.
tell us some amazing stories. When I was in elementary, you know, the highlight of my elementary was going to see. We all had a substitute teacher, Mr. Henry, and Mr.
Mm-hmm.
Henry, he would always from the third grade on up. Mr. Henry would do this. He would come in there, give us the lesson plan, and he said, if we get done early, I tell y'all a story. So it was one kid that didn't know who Mr. Henry was, and he tried to act up and said, man, nobody don't want to hear no story. Man, he had about five people hitting him in the head. I'm talking about people sitting in the front of the class, walk all the way to the back of the class and hit him in the head. Shut up, man. We want to hear story time, you know, with Mr. Henry. You know, it was, man, legendary, man. His stories, he'll sit there and tell legendary. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I remember he told us one time about how he got ran off in the woods by some clan members, man. And, you know,
Mm.
he said he was a young man. He said back then, you know, if you had a gun, you either stole it or you had some money to buy one in another state and bring it there.
Mm-hmm.
And it was questionable was you gonna keep it or not.
Right.
But he said, you know, he ended up having he said he had an axe pole, one of them long axe poles that you get on the axe to chop wood, not the little small axe, but the long handle poles, big strong one, like, you know, man, he say he went to swinging that thing, and he say he hit about two of them upside the head, and they took off running. He said it was a pickup truck full of guys, man. He was driving his dad truck, his
Mm-hmm.
dad car. He's like, man, I don't want nothing to happen to my dad car. You
Mm-hmm.
know, he say he had that little axe sitting right there on the side by the door. When you open the door, have sitting right there, and it was like just sitting there. So he snatched it up off there, got out the truck, went to swing it. So he hit about two guys and took off, man. He had plenty of stories, man. It was like just sitting down listening to how things were back in the day, knowing that we could have never been back there. You know, some of us we too stubborn now. You know, like I give them much respect because they did what they had to do to survive, but at the same time, a lot of them did what they had to do with the premise of, you know, for the next generation, helping them out. They can to the point say a lot of the older people were cowards and all this other little stuff that these young guys are saying now. But when it come down to it, that's how you came about because of them being respectful and biting their tongue when they could have easily been taken out, and the next generation would have never been born. For the ones that stood up, they died deaf. To the degree some of them didn't, they lived to fight another day. But when it come down to it, that's why I don't understand a lot of guys, man. You got to know how to pick your lane. You know, a lot of people don't know how to pick their lane, man. You want to come on panels and even in life argue with the elders. I mean, if you don't want to deal with them, just don't talk to them. That's my thing. I always say, man,
Yeah,
leave them alone. You
yeah,
know,
and I think that when we have those conversations, we need to pay attention. And and sometimes these are real talk, and these are people actually dealt with things, And it
hmm
seems like in these space they don't respect that. They looking at it like, oh, those are ancient times. Well, you need to listen to it because you can learn a lesson from that. And those are life lessons that at least they hear to talk about it. You know what I mean? It's like the space is like, uh, yeah, yeah, I be
so
like, yeah.
gotta go where you appreciate it, man. Even in the space we're in, man. That's why I don't, to the degree, I don't even consider myself actual minister guy because some things I can relate with, some things I can't. And I always say to the tune of trying to get women to change is beating a dead horse, man. You know, if that's the case, these women could convince all these men to get married. You know, if
Mm-hmm.
we can convince women to get on our program and be right, then all these women can convince us to be married to them. It's not gonna happen. Both sides are going. You're gonna have your views about things, and it's up to us to choose what view are we gonna push, or the things that we're gonna have in our community for us, the young men, for them to take on that responsibility. I would tell a young man to take on the responsibility of to a degree of how all the stuff is going on now. I just give them the keys, let them go open up their own door. I could tell a man, hey man, the best thing to do is get married. But then when he say to who, I don't have that answer. You know, the point of it is building wealth and getting married. That's a wonderful thing, but you got to find that the right one. You know, and a lot,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of women are having a representation of themselves. So that's why you have that issue. And to the degree, like I always say, if I'm gonna talk about the women, there's men. You taking these women out to these lovely, lavish restaurants, and then when she wants to go buy Gucci, you like, oh, we can't afford that. But what? Well, why did you take her out to these lavish restaurants starting off? You know,
Right, right, yeah.
you, that's the whole thing. We always say, if you lead with your wallet, you got to keep doing it. That's the expected thing. If you lead with your wallet, you got to keep doing it. It's not one thing to say, yeah, man, I'm just gonna take you to Ruth Chris one time. You're gonna spend damn near $300-400. There's a lot of people never been to Ruth Chris. I had a friend, he went to Ruth Chris, man. He told me a loaded potato was $25. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, man, loaded potato $25.
Mm.
I think the cheapest you can probably run on a steak is probably about 30-40 bucks. And I'm like, I don't see myself spending every side. I got to spend separate from the actual steak itself. Like one of my friends, he ended up getting a tomahawk from there. Dude was, I think he was doing DoorDash. He spent 100 and some bucks on a meal from there, and the DoorDash paid for it, and the guy refused it, so he canceled the order. And he got to keep the steak. He was like, man, that was the best steak he ever
Mm.
had. But why would I take a woman there just as a first date to try to impress her? You learn that from the old guys, man. Give her a little at a time, man. That's why I was telling OJ earlier about the loyalty. When it comes down to loyalty, the loyalty plays a big part in you loving a person. You know, that loyalty that I have for a woman, that's gonna make me fall in love with her. If there's no loyalty there, then how can I love somebody with no loyalty? You know, and that's what he was basically looking at love as, the heart. If you give it, I'm like, yeah, but you can't be giving love away to everybody, because that's the thing. Everybody's not appreciative of love. In my
Mm-hmm.
opinion, that's why when people say, I wear my heart on my sleeve, and I tell them, you know, over time that'll break you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. We have these we have these issues in our community, man. To a degree, we
Mm-hmm.
got to work with each other to break it down, man. Get back to the old way of thinking, because in the end, back in the day, we all we had. Now we got options. We can choose whoever we want. I never, I'm, I'm never to the point where I could make people or tell people to be race loyal. It's to a point where you go where you appreciate. If the women appreciate you, you deal with them. Why would I tell you to deal with a troll? Why would I tell you to deal with a gold digger? What will you appreciate? You know, me and my older cousin was having the same talk earlier, and he said he understood why his grandson mainly dealt with women outside of the culture. You know, because the influence he's seen around him. You know, if you see women that always be about some mess and chaos and stuff, and then you had that in your family, you're gonna, you know, see that as a way of, means to get away from it. Same thing with the fellas. If your daughter sees you being a player, always running around on your mom, she gonna want to get away from it. That's like I was on the panel and the guy was saying that if women paint this narrative that all black men cheat, then the black man gonna say, well, I'm gonna live up to their expectation. They already look at me as a cheater, and then the girl's gonna say, well, since black man cheat, if I don't want to have a cheater, I don't want to deal with a black man. So to a
Mm-hmm.
degree, the community is painting a bad picture amongst each other, and it's up to us to
Mm-hmm.
put ourselves in a better light. You know, like your parents always say, especially your mom, who gonna love you better than me? They know
Mm-hmm.
you,
Yep.
and it's to a degree you gotta figure out if this is the love that you want love from somewhere else. You know, that's why I be looking at, man. You know, oh yeah, I'm gonna tell you, man, we was cutting up yesterday, man. You should have been on Kane the God channel, man. He got a new channel,
Who?
Kane the God.
What you do?
Yeah, he had his other channel got taken, so he had a new one.
Why? What
He
happened?
that music. Now tell him stop playing the music, man.
Oh yeah.
Play that
Yeah, you
music,
can't
man.
play that. Can't play that.
He done played. He done got strike. Like his last channel, he was getting strikes like every 30 minutes. They was shutting the stream down. Started back up. He's like, oh man, I forgot I can't play that song. It's a list of songs you can't play it. They'll cut your stream. It's like Jay-Z and all them Prince, man. Pop, hey, pop it in a minute, man. Yeah, we was over
Yeah.
there playing some reggae, man. Kane was turned up, in his reggae voice. He was rapping and stuff like that.
So he's
Yeah, man.
he's playing through YouTube, right?
I think he has YouTube Music he paid for,
Oh
and
no,
it's
you
supposed
can't
to
do
be
that.
to a
Yeah.
degree licensed,
Yeah. Yo, yo,
but
yo.
it
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
yeah. But I just don't touch the music. Every now and then I might play some, but I don't touch the music because
The
the
only thing,
message is
like,
so important.
yeah, it is. But like for instance, I'm like purchase a stereo set and play some CDs. That's when they go hear from like that. So do it like that. So people like so they can I cannot get no copyright off that. It says this is what we're talking about. Huh? I'm trying to stay away from YouTube.
There's a you talk to I know Art. Art Nostal TV, and what's the guy's name? Uh, comes on at night. DJ Cuda, and I think
Mm-hmm.
even what's called DJ Cuda, but DJ Music might give you some hints because he play a lot of music, and with him being a DJ, he
Mm-hmm.
gets around. He play all the tracks, man. He don't get shut down.
Mm.
And at one point, I wanna just sit down and play some music, letting it vibe out, man. Just play like some music. Just let it play throughout the day. You just do like a day party type thing. Do music and call it a day party. Yep, all of the day party.
Yeah, true. Yeah. Let me introduce the little channel. Hey, what's going on, family? This is our secondary channel, the number one grinder, real talk. The underrated darkness will be back soon. Watch out for that. Again, this is my secondary channel, the number one grinder, real talk. This is the underrated afternoon talk number 14. I'm with my brother here, Rashid. Rashid, we here. And then I'm saying, ladies and gents, the link is in the chat. If you want to get on, there it is. So any ladies and gents that wants to get on. Come on in. So there goes the link right there. So any man, any ladies and gentlemen that wants to get on, you can get on. You can go and keep on talking shit.
Yeah, man. But yeah, like I said, recording them, they can probably help you do that. Play music and
Mm-hmm.
stuff. Because I know when you was doing the jazz, man, you and Bruce need to get together and rip one man about the jazz. You know,
Mm-hmm.
Bruce be doing a lot of the jazz, and he was talking about that the other day when he was talking about boxing. How he likes the back in the day they used to have the jazz concerts. They'd had it big in Atlanta, the jazz in the park. They called
Mm-hmm.
it Wind Down Wednesdays. You just go in the
Mm-hmm.
park, and they used to have like the little picnic baskets and stuff to where people bring their lawn chairs every Wednesday. Jazz in the park,
Mm-hmm.
nice. You sneak in your little wine and stuff like that, your little drinks in the regular cups, and man, just have a good time listening to free music. They have a band out there. The city will go get a band and let them play out there, live band. And sometimes if they didn't got a live band, it's just playing instrumental jazz tracks. You know, that was the time, man.
Yeah. I remember back when I was in New York. In Prospect Park in Brooklyn, they always used to have jazz, right? They used to have jazz, R&B, blues, and all that. It used to be free. And you better, like assumption is, if it starts at 5, you better get there 3:30, 3 o'clock, because it used to be packed. All these days, that was the times, even Central Park and stuff. And sometimes, of it depends on the street. Sometimes they have block parties, and they be having like play live music on it too.
Yeah, I heard about that. My wife always talked about it in New York, had them block parties. I think she was from
Mm-hmm.
the Bronx.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah,
All over New York. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Had Western music and all that. Yeah. Block live. Yeah. You take the train. I remember I used to take the train to the Bronx. Used to hear that. It was fun. It was fun back then. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying if you want to get up there early, you gotta make them. You gotta make that travel because they get packed real quick, especially if it's in the neighborhood. So that's what's up. It was fun. And at the same time, you stay out of trouble too.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, man. That was the thing back in the day, man. You always had something to do. Even though and it was crazy how they used to have the kidnap sightings and stuff back in the day. A lot of
Mhm.
kids went so many places by themselves. You
Yeah.
know, and I remember when we was young kids, man. I remember walking down to the corner store. Mom being outside, we'll walk down to the corner store. She right there, at the house, just like three houses down, in the corner store right there on the corner after three houses down. We sit down there. We'll walk down to the store. Me and my brothers go in there, get us some candy, come back, and come on back to the house. We'll go back in the yard and play. You know, that was one of them things, man. Even though know, my mom, she didn't allow that, man. You ain't just running around all willy nilly without nobody know where you at. Even with playing the kids in the yard playing and stuff, if she might go in the house be cooking, go in the backyard. That means somebody trying to kidnap you. They gotta come all the way to the backyard and get you. And that's where the kitchen
Mm-hmm.
at anyway. It
Mm-hmm.
was it was it was crazy, man. Like, we made it through all that stuff. Nowadays, man, all these kids got it so easy. I tell my son, I was like, man, I literally spoil you guys. I said, when I was coming up, I wouldn't just say I want this, I want that, and I got it. I was like, even when I earned this stuff, man, it was like a big achievement to earn this stuff, man. I was like, y'all kids got it so easy now, but I tell my kids, man, you do good, good comes for to you. It's rewarded for good behavior. A lot of kids they act like they deserve to get stuff. I remember one of my play cousins, he dropped out of school, went back to school, and he got mad because his dad went by Jordan because he got a C on his report card. He was like, "You don't go to school. I don't. You don't go to school for me. You go to school for you." He was like, "You got to graduate. I've already graduated. I'm out of school."
Right.
He was like, he was so like me. And I tell my kids that, I'm like, nah, I'm not doing that. I'm doing this at a young age. So by the time they get to that age of 16, they know if anything that they do is going to be consequences from them, not me. You know?
Right. Sure is. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to tell you, you heard about that rapper down in, what was it, Miami? They got shot?
No. No.
Yeah, a guy name was Wavy Navy Pooh. Guy 28 years old, got shot
Oh man.
making a left hand turn with his 1 year old, 5 year old, and girl in the back seat. Yep.
Wow.
I was listening to Bronzebird and Absalon. They were saying the best, man. Like, when are we gonna stop this, man?
I
These
know.
guys are
Yeah.
just, taking themselves out.
Mm-hmm. Is the family is okay?
Yeah, the family. Hey, believe it or not, 80 shots into the car. Nobody else hit but that guy. By the
What?
grace, man. 80
That's a
shots.
great cigar. That's a great cigar, yo. That's God right there, man.
Hey, the car was unloaded. The driver's side, he got shot majority of the shots, but was through and through with the car. Then hit. I think he said one of the kids. I don't think it was no 1 year old in the front seat, but they said it was the said it. I believe they said it was the 1 year old in the front seat, so he might have been like two and a half, like one and a half or something. But in the front seat, the 5 year old in the back, and the girl was in the back.
Mm.
Yeah, man. I'm like, that was wild. You know, 28 years old, man.
That's young, man.
Yeah.
That's young, man. That's young, man. That's wow. That's sad, man. And we got to in
Uh,
this space. We should talk about that, man. I'm like, man.
yeah, they
Mm-mm.
want to talk about it to kind of discredit this guy for being a whole thug life thing. He's moving around thug lifestyle. And that's why things like that happen to people. But I'm like, man, you gotta have a sense of heart, man, for people, even if they died wrong by their actions. You
Yeah.
can't just throw them up under the bus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was wrong for doing what he did and, trying to attempt to live that type of lifestyle. But I mean, to come at them in this harsh manner, they have another group up in Jacksonville, Florida. One of the guys, the rapper, he just got, he just went to trial. I think he's going to get convicted on two murders. This dude probably gonna do damn near life term for the gang life. And the bad
Mm,
part is they called his dad and his cousin. They're all in the same gang.
mm,
So they all affiliated with the murder. All them gonna go down. Now you got two people died and three lives going behind the bars forever.
mm. And you know what happened in Miami? You know it's gonna be retaliation now.
Yeah. Oh, that's the whole thing with that. That's the reason why the other two dudes got killed because three other guys from their camp got killed. And they make rap songs about it. And the mother, she was saying that, yeah, let them keep making the rap song because they're gonna start saying details about the crime that nobody else knew about.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're writing in the lyrics just like that. What they call it, drill music that Chief
Mm-hmm.
Keef started doing, where they talking about
Mm-hmm.
banging and going on each other. Like these
Mm-hmm.
guys are doing that down there in Jacksonville right now, man. Talking about how they shot each other. And the one guy, he was found in the woods. The dude wrote a rap, said a year later he was found in the woods with his book bag on. And I'm like, dude, it's like nobody in the news said the guy had a book bag on. If they said, hey, you in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
How you know he had a book bag on?
Mm-hmm.
And stuff like that. It just, man, the generations, man, it's that guidance. And that, because that's even, I'm gonna go into this and I'm gonna get out of that real quick because I don't like that gender topics. But even with going into the women always complaining about ain't no good men, but yet they deal with the same guy. You know,
Mm-hmm.
what's his name? Future got 10 kids,
Same.
but them that 10 kids already, man. How many baby mamas he got?
Right.
You got NBA YoungBoy, the dude down in Tennessee, dude still's on record. 30 kids, man, 11 baby mamas. So that means like one chick, she had three, four kids by this guy. He didn't take care of the first one. You went and got a second one from him. They take care of the second one. You went and got a third one from him. Then take care of the third one. You end up getting a fourth child before you realize not to deal with this guy. She probably still deal with him. She just trying not to get pregnant now. She probably makes
Mm-hmm.
somewhere condoms. The sex is more important than, having a relationship with a man or just, him taking care of his kid. He, that's why I say I don't want to get into too long, because,
No,
you
no, I
know,
understand that. To me, like I was saying, like the man's like on a man's thing to this point, it takes two.
yeah. But
It
to
takes
a
two.
degree, it's a small amount of guys that are having multiple kids like
Right, exactly.
they
Just small
once you have
percentage.
your first kid, you move different.
Yeah.
If you out there wilding and having kids like that, once you have your first kid, you move different. You don't do that no more. And to the degree the guys who are moving like that, they're having tons of kids. And most of the women are attracted to these guys. So they're giving them the kids.
Mm-hmm.
They know that this guy, like, the difference with Sierra, you know, like it was he took care of his kids, but not to the degree in which the baby mama's like, and she had a kid by like I said, with them
Right.
30 women. Them 30 women, I mean them 30 kids, it's 11 baby mamas. 11 women pregnated multiple kids with one guy, and they call him a deadbeat and had him on child support, getting $5 a piece. 30 kids, $5.
Yo, we can't make this up. Yeah.
It's like what? Like
Huh?
150?
You're right.
Like 150. Like literally. He paid 50 a month in child support. Or man, let's say it's every pay period. He makes $300. Half of his check goes into child support. And then let's just say he don't want to do this no more. He get tired. He goes off and don't give the $5. He goes to jail for $5. He's getting he's getting food every day in jail. The child support payments aren't getting deferred; they're just collected. And in the end, he has this over his head, and the women are disgruntled because he's not helping. But then again, with having multiple kids with this guy, you should have seen this coming down the pipeline. That's why I was like, I'm it's kind of weird about that. And to a degree, even with the brothers, I got to get on them. They want what they can't have. You know, how many guys you hear on the panel when you hear them talk about the women? They say the women chose wrong. No, she chose right. That she want those. She want those rough thug or whoever type of guy she choose. So if she choose to
Mm-hmm.
have babies with them, that means you dodged a bullet because that could have been you in a bad relationship, or possibly a good woman that just made a bad choice. We never know because don't go down the rabbit hole. You know,
That's
and,
true,
and,
man.
and like I don't get that with a lot of guys, man. I say that all the time. You said a woman chose wrong. It just shows how thirsty you are for these women. When it comes down to it, I'm not gonna be dealing with these IG models, on the premise of how they look because once the veil comes down, they got nasty attitudes. They don't know how to cook. They don't know. All they know how
Mm-hmm.
to do is just keep themselves looking good. If
Mm-hmm.
anything, they can keep themselves looking good, and that is it. They don't do
And
nothing
let
else.
and I'm gonna tell you on IG too, man. They seek out. They look at you. They look at your profile. And they know that you single. They seek you out. Cause I know it
Yeah,
happened to me. Oh yeah, they seek. They say, "Oh yeah, what you doing? Looking for a good man? Nah, you looking for a sugar daddy." And then some of them decide, say, "What do you want?" Oh, I want to know. Can you give me $100 or give me 4? I can come see you. No, you're not. You got an agenda. Yeah.
what's her name? Brittany Renner. She actually stopped PJ before she got with him. She stopped him. She started seeing him when he was in college. She was going to his game, wearing his jersey, making him feel good. While the whole time she was still messing around with other people. But her thing was to make him feel good and feel appreciated. So when it was time to, she was gonna lay down that law for him. She was gonna like, "Yep, I'm gonna go ahead and get him. I'm gonna butter him up and make him feel good. I'm gonna treat him real good and knock it out the park with him every time, and he gonna fall in love. You know, fall straight in love. Once he fell in love, she knew she had him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's like my boy Frank's Red Hot Sauce, Drake.
That sound
His,
crazy, man.
that's his
Your
nickname,
bond
Frank
nickname, yeah.
Red Hot, aka Drake.
Oh man, Drake, why you said that, man?
Hey man, his condoms
Oh,
in his life.
crap, put
Man,
hot
I
sauce
heard
on.
that.
Oh no, man. I
That
thought you
was
thought
funny.
you thought you thought you heard it all, man. Oh,
Hey man, I seriously thought I heard it all. When I heard that hot sauce in the condom and shit, ah man,
sure. I
Drake,
never
Drake in the
forget what.
bathroom trying to make tamale hot tamale condom
Right, man. Like,
tamale condoms for women, boy.
oh my god. Yeah, I never forget when
Turning
I
it,
first read it. After I first read it, bro, I was eating. I damn big my tongue. I said, you had you mother. What?
that is
Yeah.
crazy. Then she
Man.
literally posted that she want to take him to court. How's that gonna help you that you were trying to steal someone's sperm? Then that's gonna bring a court case for when this happens, and I hope it do because for all the women that pretty much try to force some guy into having a kid, he's gonna say she took it. Hey man, it's getting the world is getting too crazy. I don't. That's why I said, man, I'm kind of glad I got married at a young age because I
Yeah.
honestly told my wife, I said, if we ever get a divorce, I'm never getting married. I was talking to this old cat. He been with his wife, well, he been with his woman for over, I would say, 20 years plus, and he won't marry her. He's like, nope, I did it one time, didn't work, I'm never doing it again. He said, if you don't like it, you can go, but I'm never getting married
Mhm.
again. So they just stay
Yeah.
together. I'm like, man, that's rough, man. And I was like, man, you don't want to marry her. Then after time go on, that's when I realized you don't want the headache, man. It's like It's like the movie Gone in 60 Seconds. Because
Mm-hmm.
once you get to that point, well, my coach used to always say about getting complacent. Once you get to the point of getting complacent, you don't care. You're just gonna, do what you do because you're complacent. You're setting your ways.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's cool no matter what. You're winning, so it don't matter to anything else. Getting complacent, man, gives you that loser's edge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I know this guy. He was with this young lady for 40 years. Never got married. He got married before. Never got married. After that, he said, "You ain't gonna put me." He said, "Nope. Take it or leave it."
Wow.
She loved him. They stayed together 40 years.
Wow.
I said, "Dang." I said, "You accept it? I love him." I said, "Wow." It's okay.
Wow.
Yeah. But you see some people, they don't want to talk about that in this space.
Yeah, because that's the point. It's like your moral ethics and what you stand on go out the window. You could say you want a man with money, but in 40s and 50s, and you lonely while everybody else got somebody, your thoughts gonna change. Like literally, Gold P had this lady on talking about when she get married, if she don't get like an 8 carat ring, which is about $200,000 or something like that, she's not getting
Hmm.
married.
Oh
And
yeah, I heard,
the lady
I
was
heard
like,
it.
yeah, yeah, this morning. Like
Yeah.
you're gonna miss out on a lot of good men due to the fact, your veil of, trying to look good and this. And she was like, man, my dad is in the 1 percentile. The lady was like, my dad is in the 1 percentile, and he won't even buy that for my mom. The 1 percentile of million, like not even millionaires. You damn near billionaire status. 1 percentile. I mean, you in the high millions, but the 1 percentile earners on the whole in the whole United States. Because we do the world, that's a different story, man. You got these Saudis, them oils, then you got the big time Russians, man. They got money for days, money for days. Let alone these African countries, man, bringing in so much of this laundering money, man. Crazy. Yeah, man. I'm like, goodness gracious.
Yeah,
It just,
this is like this. I tell someone, I said, okay, you keep on being this way, you're going to count 10, 20, 30, 40 years. You're going to die by yourself. You're going to say, why nobody ain't around you? But look how you treat people. And you're going to wish that you make better decisions. But it be too late. You be in your 80s or God forbid, you be in your 90s.
the problem is when women are getting married in their 60s, they thinking that that's the standard, that somebody's going to sweep them off their feet later on in life. They still got a chance. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
no, that's not the case. See, they live in the veil of celebrity status to where a lot of these people not, they're not going for that. They're not getting married, celebrity status like that. No, they're not taking that.
Mm-mm. That's true. Cause even you got women out here like 60, getting themselves together, like finally getting themselves together, get up to the, oh yeah, well you married. No, you're not. No, they not touching you. You understand what I'm saying? They not. You know what I'm saying? They're like, all right, so okay. If you don't know, uh, yeah, they ain't touching you. You 60 years old, you want to go to clubs.
Yeah, in the club with your daughter.
Yeah,
Somebody else got to watch your grandkids, but you got to get your party on.
right. Or you want to go on a flight with your girlfriend. Oh yeah, oh you think you want to be, oh yeah, let's have girls' night out. You 60. You think these men gonna stop you? Come on now. They gonna look at you. Nah. I said, yeah, yeah.
I heard that story where they say older women are trying to go and hang out because young boys are hitting on them. I'm like, young boys just want to smash you. to put you a knot on their belt, and then,
Yeah.
even with the young girls are looking, young girls are getting more out of the deal than the young boys. Young boys getting sex, they might get a PlayStation out of the deal or a pair of Jordans. The girls, they automatically getting cash out of it. I'm
Yeah.
like, crazy. You know? To the degree, it's all about choices, though.
Dang,
Degree
yeah.
is all about choices.
Uh-huh. I was when I was out there, I mean not was, I met this lady, she's 65. She don't get me wrong, she look good for age. She said, yeah, it's the only way you get some of this. You gotta take me out. You gotta wine dine me and get some. I said, well, I guess you know what? I said, I guess your stables is old because I ain't touching that shit. Just like
Yeah,
that. And I walked away. Nah, you crazy that I know I can get. But yeah, she put herself out there too. Like, you really think the market is really on your side? Let's be honest. You know, ain't disrespecting you, but and that's how it is. They don't want to accept that. Even like some of these men out here, like in 60s and stuff, man. Hey,
still players, man. You know,
you
I
were
see,
yeah,
I see 50, 60-year-old men still trying to be young and sagging their pants. You
yeah,
got a whole gray beard out here sagging your pants.
mhm,
You grew up in an era where respect itself is key. You should be
yeah.
out here. If you're gonna wear some pants, put a belt on, wear your Gucci belt. Like if you're gonna be like the young boys, take on that aspect of wearing the Gucci belt to look good, not sagging your pants with a Gucci belt on. Come on now.
Yeah, I seen this guy. This ain't no lie, bro. I was doing this. I was doing some shopping, man. It was this guy. He must have looked in his 70s, man. He had a cane on and what had his saggy pads on in a hoodie. You can't make this up, man. Like I was looking. Yeah, yeah. What's up, man? Yeah, I'm gonna come through and put it on you, and you get what a cane on. He looks like in his 70s. I like, yeah, nah, yeah, it's crazy, man. Like, yeah, man. Ah, man, that's crazy, man. Yeah, man, I'm gonna go in there and lock this down. Seem like nobody ain't coming. But thanks again, brother. She last remarks, please.
All right. Like I say, man, get on that life insurance, man. Enjoy life responsibly. Take care of yourself and take care of your family, man. Get you some life insurance.
Yeah, exactly. And stay right there. Then, well, I said I gave it a shot. She, you right here. You my witness. And women tell you to come by so you can have a conversation. I'm gonna start to having like evening talks too. I think I'm gonna start off have do an evening, the underrated evening talk. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that sometime. I'll probably try it out like try it out like next month and see how it goes. I still gonna keep the afternoon. I think I'm gonna do the evenings and stuff. See how people fall for it. You know what I mean? So I do it like that. But thanks again, brother Sheed. I want you to go support his channel, Sheed. We here. He talk about life insurance, his family, and please, we have to support it. We have to support this conversation. This conversation has to be in the forefront. And also, what I'm going to talk about, it has to be in the forefront. It's all about man and woman being together and family stay together. There's nothing wrong being married. There's nothing wrong provide for your family. There's nothing wrong if you single like me to stand up for family values and still looking for that special one. There's special young lady. There's nothing wrong with that. And so, on behalf of my secondary channel, the number one grinder, real talk, yours truly, the number one grinder, one of the best kept secrets on YouTube, the best in the business. I've been putting it down for a long time, and I'll be down tonight. I ain't gonna do nothing, but also check me out. Earlier I did the underrated men's breakfast fellowship live. I want you to go check that out, please. put some likes on it. If you new, you're hearing this, sub, please sub to me. That great, we appreciate it. And also, brother Sheed here. And there's going to be some good things going to be happening in this channel. Oh yeah, the underrated darkness will be back, so don't worry about that. It's going to take a little time, but it will be back. And on behalf of my channel, have a blessed. Oh yeah, I forgot. Anybody that is traveling to your destination or home, if you're single, you travel your family members, or you travel your friends, or you travel your associates, or you travel with F buddies. Take extra safety precaution out there because the climate out there is crazy and it's real, and we don't want nothing happen to y'all. So take extra safety precaution of protecting yourself in travel. And again, thank you again, brother She. Always a pleasure to have you, and please support what he's doing. This is a vision, y'all. This is a vision. We gotta support each other's vision that also deal with health and success, and even deal with finance. And we have to really step up and have these conversations a lot more. And also, we gotta talk about the ones that's on disability. We gotta talk about them too. So please, whoever you can, please be part of it. If not, that's going to be on you, not going to be on me. Thanks again, brother She, and stay blessed. Stay blessed. Stay blessed. This one is Ghost.